Alright, Stig's spiritual weapon will move up,
Alrighty.
and it will swing at him. I take it that's a hit.
That is
Somebody's got some hot dice right now.
no kidding. Look at this. He's rolling crits. He's rolling max damage too.
Alright, and he'll throw out his favorite cantrip. Call the Dead. Yeah, that's clericy.
Yeah.
Necrotic damage.
Yeah, he succeeds.
God damn. Alright, he'll move up to... Yeah, actually, he's gonna stay near Evan, just in case, you know. You like to make our guests run away a lot.
I do. He, as soon as Stig walks up, he says, "I'm really thirsty. I need water."
Oh boy.
His skin is all kind of like.
Wait, don't we have a
scaly.
decanter of endless water?
Move your. I don't know. You might.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think
god,
one of
Stig
us got
does. Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that after.
All right. So Barry, your spiritual weapon takes a swing and it hits, but it actually bounces off the armor that he has.
Okay, Kill the Dead next.
Yep. He does fail that. Nice.
I move up to take a shot.
Alrighty. Another
I guess the
crit.
spiritual weapon doesn't need to be on the bridge. It can go around it.
It can.
Oh yeah.
Nice
and,
crit.
It can be in squares with people too without negatives. Nice. You can still surrender.
He doesn't understand common.
Oh, that's why they call it common. He's restrained, so...
Yep. So as he's standing there, he yells out in Giant. He says, "Stop! I'll leave the bridge, but I need the halfling. Give me the halfling, and I'll leave."
No! Well, not that I speak giant.
Why does everyone want halflings in this game?
It's a weird world. Well, I don't understand Giant, so I'm gonna keep
Nope.
swinging.
All right.
All these guys work for
Oh my
Willy
God.
Wonka.
Oh my
He just
God.
critted again.
4 in a row, Jesus.
Unbelievable.
Frightened, too, yeah.
So he's
Alright,
disadvantaged to attack.
next one. Ah, there, it's broken. I forgot Divine Fury, so I'll put it on this one.
Okay.
Alright.
Suddenly, the giant kind of tilters back and forth. I need you to roll me a d4.
Oh, man.
Now, would the Dust Devil influence this at all?
Oh, very good point. I appreciate that. Yes, it would. So you see him sort of tilter. He kind of starts to fall, and as he falls towards the north, and the Dust Devil kind of kicks him back, and he just crumples down to the ground. The whole bridge shakes as he collapses down to the ground.
Nice. That was a good fight.
Wow. I don't know if
Yeah,
I've ever seen that
good
many
job.
crits. Holy crap.
Was that 5 or 4?
That was
4 or
fun.
5 for crit set, right?
Yeah, that was for
That was a
last
ton.
session.
It was a ton. Nice job. Nice job.
I'll move up and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Milton goes, "Is it over with yet?"
Looks like it.
Let's see if this thing's got some loot on him. Hey, he's got this weird rod.
Stig's gonna use, make sure you can actually use Decanter safely without pushing people off. You try to use that to, give the guy some water. Yeah, here we go, fountain. 5 gallons of water.
All right. So you kind of pour it out, and you see him just kind of, he's just picking it up and pouring it on his head. And he's like, oh. And he rubs it on his arms, and he's lapping it up. He's like, oh, it feels so much better. He's like, I'm telling you, that really started to hurt. I don't know what's wrong with my skin. It just, like, burns.
Well, Stig would say, if you're needing water, just let me know. I got an endless supply.
Do you have like a barrel you can put me in or something?
I don't think we carry barrels.
Oh, give me that jug. Give me that jug. He kind of reaches over and tries to grab it.
Stig's not letting him have it.
Give
It's
me the jug.
Stig, he's gonna try to back away with it.
He kind of walks forward. He's like, I want the jug.
Do our other characters hear this going on?
It's getting pretty loud. He's like, as your lord, I demand you to give me that jug.
Well, what the hell's going on here?
I need the jug. And you see Stig's kind of holding the jug back like he does to a little kid, right? He's got his hand on his forehead, and you see the guy's kind of his slimy hands are swinging him. Give me the jug.
Hey, we'll give you the water, but you can't have the jug.
I need the jug. I need the water.
You'll get the water. You're being really disrespectful right now. We're getting you across this bridge.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just my skin is itchy.
Well, we're almost across, and you can have all the water you can fit in you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over.
Yeah, let's get off this bridge.
Melton, as you search, you find a huge, giant sword, and you find the rod that was there. It's weighs about 100 pounds. As you touch it, you feel almost a tingly shock sensation kind of comes over to you, and you see that the prongs are vibrating just nonstop, vibrating.
100 pounds. How big is that thing?
About 4 feet long.
Ah.
Get William to get it and said, see what he's searching for. He was using his rod to search, I think.
All right, I'll pick the rod up. It's not too bad for me.
So you kind of pick the rod up, and you can feel that the tines are vibrating pretty violently. And as they do that, all of a sudden you feel like it kind of wanes a little bit.
Wait.
I'll cast detect magic on it.
Okay. So it kind of continues to vibrate. You're doing it as a ritual, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep. And so you kind of feel it there, and then as you're kind of looking around, it depends on the position. You can feel that the prongs actually vibrate even more, and then they kind of simmer down a little bit depending on which position or direction you're pointing.
He was saying that it was on the other side of the bridge, or on the bridge, like in this direction.
I'm going to point it at Barry.
It continues to vibrate very fast.
Point it at Arton.
It continues to vibrate very fast.
Damn. How about up or down?
It seems to be at the same level that you're at here.
I kind of just point it all around. I swing it around.
So if you're not pointing towards Arton or Barry, it doesn't really vibrate as much as it does if you point at both of them.
Huh. Why are they tracking you guys?
I'm a halfling.
Damn, Barry, you got people on our tail.
This isn't my fault.
Okay. I mean, this is the second guy now.
Relenia, the rod is definitely magical. Gives off a strong, I can't remember the classes, but it does.
You said this thing has prongs. Is it like a fork, a tuning fork?
Kind of like a tuning fork. Yeah, that's a great way to think of it, actually.
Does it count as a weapon?
No.
Ah, okay. I don't have tuning
you
fork
could use it as an improvised weapon, I suppose, but it doesn't count as a weapon.
100-pound weapon.
Okay, yeah.
It's as tall as Barry.
And is his great sword like bigger?
Yeah, his great sword's about 12 feet long. Probably 15 actually. It's huge.
How much does that weigh?
400 or 500 pounds.
All right, that's too much for me. We're gonna have to leave the sword. Anything else on his person?
The sword's magical?
No, the sword is not
No,
magic.
just the rod.
Just the rod.
All right, I'll carry the rod. It's only 100. Is it something you have to create, or can it go in the party sheet?
No, it'll be able to go on the party sheet.
All right.
Did we have a bag of holding?
We had a Havel sack, which is the off-brand.
Oh,
Is that, I don't think that's big enough to hold it, is it?
I mean, I can carry it on
It's
my
4
back
feet.
like a spear.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it'll fit in the pack. Melton, you do find that he has a bucket with some rope. There's a pair of giant sandals as well, and they have like flowers on the top of them. And then there's also a wagon wheel.
hey, give that bucket to Artan and fill it full of water from the decanter, and he could just carry it and drink and dip his head in it and do whatever he wants.
All right, Stig will do that.
All right, and Artan is like, "Oh, thank you," and he start like galloping or just sucking in the water as fast as he can.
It's weird. All right. Alright, check his head for any markings or anything. Yeah, these things can be a little bit tribal, so you never know.
So he does have a marking.
Oh.
Let me get it up here. Hang on one second.
Oh, you got a picture.
I will, yeah.
Hey, did you use this map in the last campaign if there was a fight on the stone bridge?
This beautiful map I created for you.
Yeah.
No, I literally drew this on the fly. This is my great paint skills that I have right here.
Ah.
You need to put that on DM skill to
I-
make some money off of it.
Only if I charge like $5.99, right?
Yeah, I see your initials at the bottom.
Yeah, I put my
in
initials on
cursive.
there. Yeah, exactly. I said I was going to sign it.
There's hidden images inside this, just so you know.
Yeah, there is. You're right. Yeah, yeah. It's a. Yeah, I can't remember what those are called, but yeah, it's in there. Where is it? Here it is. You see that symbol is worn on a pendant around his neck.
A giant pendant?
Yep, probably
Is
about
this-
3.5 feet in diameter.
Do
This
I
is
know that
symbol
symbol?
You don't, Melton, unless you want to roll me a history check. Oh, roll me a history check. Let's see.
Can I get guidance?
Sure.
Dig will see if it's religious.
Stig says that he does think it's religious. Melton, unfortunately, not sure what that symbol is. Never seen it before.
Oh, religious house, Stig.
Stig says he feels that it's part of the giant religion.
Giants have a religion?
Yeah. It looks like a bent-up menorah.
It does.
Have we run into this symbol before? I know we've run into some runic-looking symbols.
No. Now, you do remember Stig's shield, right?
He does, I'm sure.
Well, you all do too, because he's bearing it so you can see it.
I don't remember the symbol on it. It was an eyeball?
I have it for you.
This one with the black around the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Names are one thing. Symbols, a bit harder.
Wasn't the symbols for life and death or something like that?
Yeah, and I think the death one was the one that, like, took over or something.
This is what it looks like now.
It looks similar in nature. So what role would it be to see if these things would be of the same language?
It would be an intelligence check. You could do history if you wanted to. You could do investigation if you wanted to.
Alright. Oh man.
Here,
these are
hold
bad.
on. Is that for Stig or for William?
What?
This check,
Oh, I haven't decided yet.
because I'll cast guidance on you.
I think we both have -1, so either.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, wait, no, I actually have good wait, why do I have good intelligence? No, that's the wrong skill, damn. It's trash. Alright, but I
Okay.
do have history proficiency.
All right,
There.
take it. It is the same writings, and it does appear that it definitely is giant writings. Unfortunately, though, Melton and Stig, who know giant language, are not familiar with this rune itself, or this symbol.
You see, gang, I can tell by some of these pixels. Yeah, this is definitely the same language.
Because I use those pixels to make those symbols on that shield.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe we'll come across this again. Well, we obviously have to take his giant necklace. Is it jewelry or is it crude
Oh,
rock?
it's just it's actually ignic rock. It's like a lava rock.
A lava rock.
Yeah.
All right. How heavy is that?
That would weigh 72 pounds.
Yeah, I can carry that too. For now, I think the Hable set can carry up to 80, so it doesn't add that much. All right. Well, we looted him.
We're gonna push him over the side.
That is what he would want. Do we happen to know what kind of giant he is?
I think from stories and general knowledge, you would recognize him to be a fire giant.
Yeah, they got the very red beard.
Yeah, I think you'd recognize that.
Well, we could definitely not fight 6 of these, and we got lucky with this one. Goodbye, honored warrior. I'll shove him in there. How much does he weigh?
A lot.
Am I gonna need to do a check for that?
How much can you shove?
Only like 1,080.
Oh yeah, you can push him over.
Oh, good.
It's rough. I mean, it takes a while, but you finally get him pushed over the edge.
How long before we hear the splash?
The splash, it's, let's see, you're 200 feet up at this point, so, I don't know, whatever that works out to be. And then you do hear a loud splash, and then you hear some cursing underneath. And it's in common, and it's like, damn thing fell from the sky, broke my boat!
Oh, whoops.
Alright, we sadly cannot claim the defeat of this guy. Hey, what's that unidentified item in the party sheet?
It's your rune rock, sorry.
Oh. Rune rock. Alright. Probably not an art piece.
There wasn't anything left on the Hellhound, was it?
No, the Hellhound actually almost kind of got pulled into the Nine Hells from inside the bridge. There was nothing there of value.
What happens if someone was holding on to him?
You'd go with them.
Damn. Would have been bad. Alright, I guess we move on.
As you continue across the bridge, the clouds continue to kind of wisp in and out, and you can see down below as the clouds kind of give way, you do see what appears to be a large flat boat, a keel boat, and the front of it has been kind of ripped off, and you see a lot of debris kind of floating down the river, including baskets of what looks like poultry and whatnot that are floating, and birds are flying around and everything. And there's 3 guys that are trying to scavenge stuff as best they can. They're swimming around trying to grab things.
Damn world, you know, what's it coming to?
Yeah. You guys continue across the bridge and are able to continue up the stone trail. I assume we're doing normal travel, 8 hours type of thing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
good. I just want to make sure. And so you guys are able to travel for about an hour or so. My question was, is the rod attunable? Is somebody going to attune to that during their short rest?
Oh, you can't attune to it? I mean, I guess I will since I can lift it.
Okay. Do you have the rod in your inventory?
Yeah. Got the weight set and everything. I'm almost at my max weight.
I was wondering.
Got like, I think 90 more? No, a little bit more than that.
So, you have some time to really study the rod itself and to see, and I don't know, are you the rod continues to vibrate the entire time you guys are traveling. So as you travel across the bridge and down and onto the stone trail again on the western side of the Desert Valley, it continues to vibrate as it did on the hills there, and you kind of continue to examine it and whatnot. And you recognize that this rod is used to find appears to be rare objects. And objects that are needed for a reason that you're not sure, but is very specific. So, you've kind of held it against the horse and other things, and you haven't seen it vibrate, but you point it towards Barry, and it vibrates quite profusely. Artan now doesn't cause any change since he's now riding on your horse, but it does seem to be very, towards Barry. You do know that after about 45 minutes or so, the rod stops. It's the vibration that it has, and you recognize that it does need to have charges, so you have to use charges to be able to use it, and it lasts for 1 hour.
All right. It's the plot device finder.
You also recognize that that it seems to find things made of adamantine.
Barry, what are you made out of? Is this why you're kind of dark?
Dark.
You're not adamantium at all? Not like half?
Not that I know of.
Okay. None inside of you. No
Your dad's
metal
not
plates.
Wolverine or something, is he?
Maybe it's something you're wearing. Do you have adamantium anything? Necklace? Jewelry? Instrument? Oh wait, you're not a bard, right?
No. The only thing I have that is, not, just a mundane item is that scarab that that person gave me in the Golden Fields.
I gave you that. Alright, that scarab. Alright. You said the rod's recharging right now?
It has 10 charges, 9 charges.
One of those dawn charging things. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, the rod, rod of the Vanidode.
Do you see, as William uses it, he has to use kind of put both hands kind of around the end of it to hold it because it's so big.
All right. Set the scarab down and let's see if it works on that now.
Okay.
Okay, so you set the scarab down and you, I assume, step back. And as, William takes the rod and then points it towards Barry, it doesn't really vibrate as much. And as soon as you point it down towards the scarab itself, you see the rod vibrates more than even when you were sitting on the horse yourself. And you see that the scarab also has sort of a kind of a pulsing glow now, that a red glow that kind of comes from inside the scarab itself, and it just kind of hums back and forth, back and forth.
I wonder if that must be one of the magic items. Who gave you that? I forget.
Someone in the Golden Fields.
So this rod just detects things made of adamantium, it seems.
Was it the lady air gloss or something like that? Or Naxine Drathkala?
I think it was Maxine who gave it to me.
Well, clearly it's made of adamantium then. Well, this is a nice tool. Adamantium's a very rare metal.
It is.
And I know my family would like that kind of material. This thing's a casting focus? How does that even work? A wizard could use this thing to cast spells.
Interesting, right?
Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't a casting giant. This thing's also very expensive.
It is.
Is its cost revealed when you attune to it?
Probably not, but that's just the way they have fantasy
Yeah.
ones, so.
Alright. Do I know the spell like that it's mimicking? That it says in its description?
Yeah, it's that, but it's only looking at adamantine.
So 10-mile radius.
Yep,
That's,
10 miles.
Yeah. Alright. And how long does it does one charge last when I'm using it?
1 hour.
Oh, well, I'll point it around horizontally, see
Yep.
if it picks up anything.
Yeah, it continues to vibrate, but the only time the vibration seems to get stronger is when it's closest, when you point it towards the scarab.
Alright, we'll have to use this in any major locations. Any, bits of adamantium we get, especially if they've already been formed into magical objects, would be great. Just one step ahead of those giants. Now, I wonder why they're looking for adamantium. This doesn't find specific things, it just looks like it picks up raw adamantium. They must be building something.
Well, I wonder if they're looking for something that's made out of adamantium. Not adamantium specifically.
Stig's background, does that make him knowledgeable about adamantium?
With his anthropology?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, probably would. It makes him interested in rare and unique items, so I think that it probably would help for, he would be sitting there writing down notes actually while you're testing these things, and you'd see a little drool coming out of his mouth because he'd be like, "Man, I wish I was doing that."
Milton throws out his dead trout and he goes, See if it'll shake it, that thing.
I'll humor him and point at it, rolling my eyes.
Yeah, and so you kind of point at the fish, and it still has some vibration to it, but not as much as it does towards the scarab.
Some vibration.
Yep. As vibrate, no matter which direction you're pointing it in, it gives off
The
vibration.
default vibration. Okay. I
Well-
thought that fish ate adamantium.
It says that
Probably
there's.
because you're.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep, please, Relenia.
I think it's supposed to be a still trout.
Okay. Oh, is it because I'm pointing it at the ground?
It's because you're in the general vicinity of adamantine already.
What if I point it straight down?
It has a low vibration, but not like it would if you were playing at the scarab.
Adamantium, that comes from the ground, right? It's just like a normal metal.
It's not normal, but yes, it comes from the ground.
Is adamantium inherently a magic thing? Okay.
I don't know that. I can't answer that for
Not
sure.
according to Xanthars.
Oh, because I
It's just
know
a
like
metal.
adamantium armor has that
well,
bonus.
now you can pay 500 gold to, coat a weapon in adamantium.
Okay.
Or what does that do for the weapon?
It doesn't give you any pluses to if you're fighting constructs. It does something though. I can't remember.
That's for
It bypasses their defense if you don't have a magical weapon.
that makes sense. Yeah, usually need something like that. All right. Well, the plot thickens. I guess we just keep heading to. I lost the map.
Westbridge.
Yeah, that one.
All right. So Westbridge is just past kind of dusk, to be honest with you. I assume you would probably continue to push through to get to Westbridge. I wouldn't make you force an exhaustion or anything like that.
Yeah.
All right. You arrive in Westbridge, which is a very small kind of a farming town. They have 7 buildings here. There's a small roadside inn that's here. You do see that it's lit up with torches. And it's got like kind of a market, and there's a few what looks like grain warehouses and whatnot. There is a inn that's here, and that inn has I love it. Has a sign out the side of it that shows a small halfling dancing in glee from the outside.
Ugh. Of course it does.
It says the happy halfling underneath it.
So it's getting like late for us.
Oh yeah, it's nighttime now, so it's well past dark. You guys have kind of pushed through for the last couple hours trying to get into town because you could see it was close.
To the inn.
As you go in, you kind of find this as kind of being a small building with several rooms kind of off a hallway there. It appears to be pretty informal. There's lots of rugs and kind of squishy armchairs and cushions. And there's many mini chimneys that are kind of spread out throughout the room that has multiple fires. And it's a very kind of homey feeling and feels very comfortable. However, when you walk in, I mean, it's not a halfling-sized building or anything like that. It's a normal-sized building. But when you walk in, and you would typically expect to see a halfling, but you see a large half-orc behind the bar that's kind of laughing and joking with some of the people, and he sees you walk in. He goes, "Ah, come on in, please. It's cold out there."
Man, I don't think we've seen a half-orc since Golden Fields.
Come on in.
We need room for 5. It's getting late.
Room for 5. I have a room for you.
How many
Where you
beds?
come from? Red Larch, Belliard, Tribor?
We came from Belliard.
Ah, nice. How are the old cowgoers going?
Much better now that we got all their sheep back.
Nice, thanks. Glad to hear it. How about our sheep?
Are you missing your sheep too?
Nah, I'm just playing with you. Please, have a seat. Relax. You can hang your cloaks right over there if you'd like.
I wonder if we wear cloaks. Probably.
What's
Did
wrong?
a fire giant happen to pass by here?
Good lord, a fire giant? No, I haven't seen any fire giants.
We had to fight one on the stone bridge here. It was blocking our way.
You don't say. I heard there was some up by the Black Maw. However, now the trails, Long Road trail people say that they haven't seen him in a couple days now.
Is it true a dragon used to live in Black Maw Bog?
Aye. There it is. Long, long time ago.
We've also heard there's a dragon in Cryptgarden Forest. Would that happen to be the same?
There's rumors that it is. Nobody knows for sure, of course.
Any eyesight of its color?
Green. Green as green can be.
So, what could you tell me about green dragons?
Don't get close.
If you take a blue and a yellow dragon, then it makes green dragons.
Have people been able to go to Tribor from here using the path over Blackmaw?
Sure, of course. It's a well-traveled road. Many caravans travel.
Well, we've heard there were fire giants in Blackmaw. I thought that might be a hindrance.
Sure, they're off in the hills. Occasionally they'll throw a rock or two at one of the caravans. They can't hit anything, of course, but they seem to be digging for something up there or looking for things. I don't know.
The hills, the Desrin Hills or Swordmount?
No, Desrin Hills.
Alright. Has the dragon given you any trouble?
Occasionally he'll take some cattle or, maybe a sheep or a goat, but no, not typically. Just now that you mention it, we haven't seen much of the dragon.
So there's no bounty for it?
For the dragon?
For the dragon.
I like you guys, yellow and blue, and talking about bounties for dragons. You're funny folk. You should stay long. It's a nice place. We need some humor around here.
Well, we'll probably only be here till next morning. Although, depending how Blackmaw is, we might come back.
What makes you travel to the north?
We're investigating the giant movements.
We had heard that there were fire giants going up and down the long road.
Fire giants? They've been kind of out in the Desert Hills. I've heard some people say that they've crossed the roads here and there. As you can imagine, caravanners don't want to get too close to giants. I have to be honest, before these last few months, we never really saw any giants around here. Hill giant occasionally. This is very unusual to see these giants. They're sort of disruptive. Kind of causing ill will, wouldn't you say?
Yes, indeed.
Well, we have a high kill count.
Yes.
Hey, do you recall if a trader came through here in the last day or so? His name was Hori Elkerson.
Yeah, good old Hori. I keep telling him he needs to trim that hair. It's as long as his beard. Yeah, he came through, had a couple halflings with him. Normally he has a bigger crew. Said that a crew had jumped him off and abandoned him at Belliard. He was pretty pissed about it. Was heading north to Tribor. Why, you know him?
We've met him, yeah.
Well,
We met him in Belliard. How many days ago did he come through here?
it was about a day. He was here last night, spent the night, and was traveling north. Probably a day behind, I would say.
How's Tribor doing?
They've had issues.
Oh.
Giants.
Well, we're here to help. If you could tell us anything, that would be great.
We've heard that they've had some issues with fire giants, I think they had said. Red beards, large swords, heavily armored.
That would be it?
I don't know. They've had some incursions, no real big issues they can't handle, but they voiced some concerns.
All
Are you
right.
heading up that way to help them with their giant issues?
We are now.
Wonderful. You must work for the Order of the Gauntlet, I assume.
Close, but no, we work for the Lord's Alliance.
Oh, why didn't you tell me the Lord's Alliance?
Oh? You like them?
I do. The Lord's Alliance has money is no good here. Your room is free.
Well, that's mighty kind of you.
Least I can do.
Yeah, do you know somebody who's like buys and sells stuff around here? Like, well, we got this flower pot and some other things too.
Yeah, there's, I'm sure, a small shop that would be happy to take off some things that you don't need anymore. Flower pot, I don't know if you're going to get much for that.